Hi everyone, Joel Wolfson here for a real-world review of the MindShift Backlight 26L photo backpack. This is from Think Tank. The 26L refers to the volume of it, 26 liters. They also make an 18L and a 36L, so you can go both smaller and bigger, depending on the size of the cameras you're using, full frame, APS-C, whatever, and how much gear you have, how large your lenses are, etc. They can accommodate different types. So I've had this for about a year and a half now, and I want to share my experiences with you in case you're looking for a photo backpack and perhaps you're already considering this one. I've figured out a couple little tricks for this pack, adding some useful features that likely weren't intended by Think Tank, but I think it adds to making the pack a real joy to use. And rather than go through every last feature, which you can find on Think Tank's website, I would rather talk to you about how all the key features really pan out in the real world based on my experience using it in many different situations and many different places. I've been using Think Tank bags, cases, and accessories for years, so when they offered to send me this backlight pack, I was thrilled. It was great timing because at that time I wasn't too happy with my Peak Design pack, just didn't fit my needs. And like every photographer, I'm always in search of the ideal way to carry my gear. I do have a closet in my studio filled with various bags, backpacks, and cases. I have to say though that this one has really been great as far as being versatile for many different situations and multiple uses. It has a laptop compartment. It also has quite a bit of non-photo space where you're not storing gear, so you can carry a lot of other stuff. And so I think it's good for both car and airplane travel. I took it on a cross-country road trip for a whole month, covering nearly 7,000 miles. So if you add that to the various other excursions I've had with this pack, it's got a lot of miles on it. First, I was a little concerned how this pack would work for access when I have all these cameras attached to me with a multi-strap system. This is a Black Rapid system, but I was actually pretty pleased with how it worked out. I can show you. I just take this, I have to loosen the waist belt a little bit, and then all I have to do is just lift up one camera. Because the access is from the back here, I was concerned about all these cameras, but it's pretty easy to move it around, open it up, and I have access to everything in here. It's like having a little table. I can set lenses in there, change them out. It's a pretty slick system. I was used to a backpack that has the side zip where you just flip it around like a sling pack, but I actually like this a lot better. And then when I want to flip it around again, I just reach across, pull up one of these cameras, swing it around, put the other strap on, and I'm ready to go. No interference with this 2-camera rig. And the other thing too is the upper straps don't interfere either. You can either buckle this over the outside or underneath. And the nice thing with this chest strap is it keeps excess weight off your shoulders if you don't use this and the pack is totally full like it is here at Petrified Forest, then it gets pretty heavy. Of course, when I have the cameras outside like this, it's all a little more balanced, so now it doesn't feel too heavy. But anyway, it worked out. I no longer have any concern about how this is going to work with a dual camera rig. Here's another little trick I learned with this pack. If you're going to be traveling by air or just rolling your suitcase or roller bag around, this pack doesn't have a dedicated sleeve or attachment, but you can use the tripod strap. And so the tripod strap is under here. You just lift this thing out and there's a strap and a buckle. And what I do is just flip it around so it's against the handle. And then this thing is adjustable. There's a little flip lock on it. And so I flip it around, I run it through the handle so that it won't slide off, clip it, tighten it down, and clip the buckle, and you're ready to roll. I wanted to show you a technique I learned with this pack, and once again I'm trying to give it the most challenge essentially. So I've got 2 cameras on me with my Black Rapid strap system, and so I need to deal with all the straps, and it works fine. So I'm in the Coconino National Forest, which is near my studio. I like hiking through here, and so when I'm hiking, obviously you want to hydrate no matter where you live, but I happen to live in a dry environment in Arizona, and so I hooked up a hydration pack. The pack isn't specifically designed for that, so all I did was use this front pocket here for the hydration pack. And what I use is, this happens to be a Camelback brand, all right? So this is 1.5 liter. It works out great. I've got this packed pretty well stuffed, so I've got a fairly heavy jacket, heavier than I would need for the weather today in here, because I just wanted to see how it would be when I was hiking and to have access to this. And then what I do is on the front, I run it through one of these loops on the shoulder strap. And the nice thing with that is it's always accessible, and then when you lay the pack down, you can just slide this up and your mouthpiece does not get in the dirt that way. MindShift Gear / Think Tank does make some packs that have dedicated hydration pockets, but I always like to, do the most I can with any given pack, and I'm finding more and more that this pack works in a lot of different situations. Really simple way to add a hydration pack to the Backlight backpack. I asked my wife to use the pack so you can see how it fits on a 5'7" female. Also, my wife has a lot of experience with packs, having been a backcountry ranger at Yosemite and working on wildland fire burn crews. Her assessment of the pack, fully loaded, is that it's very comfortable and doesn't impair her balance at all for hiking. My bottom line is that the Backlight is a fabulous pack, versatile for many different uses, and it's easy to overcome the couple features that might be lacking without having to buy a different backpack. Using a hydration pack, carrying it through airports on your roller bag or suitcase like I showed, making it a great all-rounder. So thanks for viewing this review with my experiences of the MindShift Backlight Photo Backpack. We'll see you next time.